What's good, man? What's good? What's good? What's good, man? I'm just tapping in, man. Happy Memorial Day, man, to all those that been to the service, man, and represented the country. Yeah. Happy Memorial Day, man, for all those that been to the service and represented the country, man. I ain't doing nothing but chilling at the house, man. Ain't no business to take care of today, man. All the money making people is at the house, man. So guess what? I'm at the house too. Just sitting up in the crib, man. Ain't nothing going on, man. I hope y'all enjoyed that premiere today from my partner, man. Fifth Ward Lily, man. That's a real one, straight out of H-Town, man. So shout out to all them boys in the H, man, for keeping it 110 all the way across the board, every day, all day, man. Like I said, it's from city to city with me. It's all love, man, but guess what? I can't represent no city, man, because I don't own no city, man. That's why it's all love everywhere I go, man. And like my boy Lily said, man, guess what? We can dial up anywhere, man. And that's just what that is, man. But I'm going to give a shout out, man, to, like I said, the men and women that protect the country and represent the country, man. Today, your day, man, for those that made it through and for those that didn't, a big salute, man. And a shout out for all those that wearing that Savage Drive gear, man. Because it take a savage to make it in these streets, man. But like I say, I'm just at the house, man, and it's not too much going on with me, man. We got 4 in the house, man. Like I say, uh, I'm just going live, man, because I ain't been live in a while. What's good, what's good, what's good, man? So we going to hit that thumbs up button, man. We got 4 in, man. Guess what? Like I always say, I'd rather have 3 or 4 in than have 300 in with no understanding, right? So it is what it is. Like I said, so y'all just tap in, man. We're going to have a little fun, man. Just do a little talking. It ain't nothing serious. It ain't nothing serious. Ain't nothing on the agenda, man. It's just sitting around doing a little chat, man. Like I say, we're going to give a shout out to, man, Dewberry, man. My day one. Y'all call him Dewberry. I call him Ant-Man. So shout out to Ant-Man for doing his thing, man. And big ups to him, man. For y'all don't know, man, the first interview was on Ant-Man's YouTube channel, man. He the one brought me in the game, man. So shout out to him, man, even before it was a Ferguson Chronicle, man. He the first one to put me in front of a camera, man. Really just showed me how this thing go. But what he did tell me, some gonna like you and some not gonna like you. But I understand that from just being in situations that I've been in, man. As long as you got your mental in check, man, everything else gonna fall in place, man. But we can't satisfy everybody that's on the universe, man. But what we can do is just keep being us, man. As long as you be true to you, everything else will fall in place, man. So shout out to Fifth Ward Lily, man, from that bloody nickel, man. Big ups to him, man, for getting free after all that time and coming home, man, and on his grown man business. Like I say, anybody that's associated with me, man, stand on business, man. Ain't no time to be going backwards, man. It's all love, man. As long as you progress in life, man, the business will take care of itself, man. So uh, it's a no rule or no excuse policy with me, man. Don't matter where you been or how you got there, man. You don't ever let your situation define who you are and where you going. Because guess what? We know one thing in this world. If you was born black, you already got an X on you, man. The hardest thing in the world to do for a black man, it ain't no job, it ain't no relationship, it's being black. It's being black, because everything you do is going to be defined by your skin color. Straight across the eight bottom. Any way you draw it up. I use this for an example. This past Super Bowl, what they said was this right here. This is the first time in history that 2 black men have played in the Super Bowl. They didn't say 2 individuals in the Super Bowl. They said 2 black men. So that right there tells you, man, that everything you do in life is going to be defined by your skin color. but that don't mean you can't make it, right? Take for an example, many men have failed, but many men haven't got up. They stuck in the mud. Why? Because they choose to make excuses in life, man. Anytime you go to prison and you get out, the deck is stacked even more against you. So you got to be for real, and stand on real business, man. It's already hard. So you got to stand on some real square business, man, to be able to make it out here, man, or else you're going to go back through that cycle. We're going to go back through that cycle. That's why I created the girl, man, the Savage Drive girl, man. It ain't because of prison, man. It's because you got to be a savage to make it in society, man. You got to be a savage to make it out here, man. It's tough, man. Only those that understand what I'm talking about is people that's standing on real business. But if you bullshit every day you get up, day in and day out, then you ain't gonna get it no way. You ain't gonna get it. But like I say, I ain't gonna be here long. I'm just tapping in, man, out of respect for the people that respect the channel, man, and understand where we moving with this thing, man. We moving forward. We ain't going backwards, man. And that's for real. But we gotta understand this here too, though. It was built brick by brick by brick by brick, right? But let me touch bases on this, right? Because I got a comment the other day in the comment section. And whoever this individual is, I don't know. Never seen me. Don't know who I am from Adam and Eve, right? But it's all good. But I'm gonna respond back to what he told me through a comment, right? He said, Hollywood, I'm unsubscribing from your channel because you promoting hate, right? So I'm gonna answer that on this live, right? And I hope he listening, right? The country you stay in, that you reside in, which is America, it was built on hate. They took this country. Yeah, they took this country. So hate is already in the country. The things that go on in America is hate. When they shoot schools up, that's hate. So don't look at me as giving a message to whomever is concerned as hate. Like I say, when you come to the Ferguson Chronicle, I don't care who you are. You got a right to say what you want to say on your mind. That's freedom of speech. And whether people take it the right or the wrong way, we got to leave that up to the people, man. But I would not hold anybody accountable for them giving their spiel. That's why I say it's real spiel. I didn't say it was watered down spiel, it's real spiel. And nothing ever is scripted at the Ferguson Chronicle, man. Come on, man, y'all know that. Quit playing. Quit playing. So when you come here, just give the real spiel, man. And we gonna keep it pushing. But each and every day you wake up, your mental gonna be tested and your character gonna be tested. That's every day. I don't care where you go in life, your character will be tested. Whether it's at home, in your house, whether it's on the job, wherever it's at, it's gonna be tested. It's up to you to survive it. It's up to you to survive it. So, like I said, man, it is what it is, man, and we gonna keep on pushing at the Ferguson Chronicle, man. But as you can see, it's a real movement going on. Ain't no stopping it. Ain't no stopping it. So you can either accept it or reject it, but you're gonna respect it. Whether it's up close or far, you're gonna respect it. And that's just what that is, man. And ain't nobody slowing up for nobody, man. So I hope that answered that person's question about hate at the Ferguson Chronicle, right? Because guess what? The opposite of hate is love. It's either which side are you on. And you ain't got to choose no side over here. All you got to do is just stand up for yourself and keep it pushing. Because like I said, once again, fuck prison as a whole. Fuck the staff in prison. That's as plain as I can see it. There's nothing being glamorized about prison over here, man. What I'm trying to do is educate the people so you don't have to go through what I went through. And it's not going to come across as clear as people might want it to be, or as positive in their mind that they might want to say what they want to say, but at the same time, they say it from the comment section. That's why the day room was built, so you can come in and give your personal opinion on what was said or what wasn't said. Y'all got that. You can do that now. This is the only channel that allow you to come in and say what you want to say. In other words, you can get it off your mind and keep it pushing. But it's mental when you come over here, man. It's mental. The whole life is mental. It's nothing physical about this shit, man. You don't even have to get physical no more, man. All you have to do is be able to think, and you can make it to the next level, man. So it's never been a problem with coming together, right? But let me ask you this. If a man or woman has not owned a business or been educated enough to own a business, why would I want to make them a part of me? For what? To be in the same position they in, which is struggling? I ain't gonna do that. I never ever trade my life in for somebody that's struggling, so we can be an equal and me and you can get along. If that's what it takes, I'm pushing on, man. Because guess what? It's people depend on me. It's people depend on me, and I'll be down if I'm let them down. So like I said, you either get on board or get off board, man. Simple as that. And that's the message, man. And I can't put it no clearer than that. But once again, the country you live in was built on hate. They took this country. And the opposite of love is hate. Because if there's no hate, then there's no love. But you got to be sure and find out where your loyalty lie. And that's real spill. So I'm like this here. The person that you lay around every day, don't think that person not saying something about you when you walk off. And I guarantee it ain't what you want to hear. It ain't. Because I'm like this here. Even if you've been in a marriage or a relationship too long, or if it's a long time, and you're around that person for a long time, it's not new no more. Once the newness wear off, you're looking for something else to get into. That's why I say when you come over here, this is a business over here. The Ferguson Chronicles is like a business. So don't take it personal. Don't take it personal when a person decides to move on and the business is over with. Ask Ezekiel Elliott for the Dallas Cowboys. When he quit producing, they let him go. And that's just the way business is. People use you, sometimes for the right reason, sometimes for the wrong reason, right? We all get used every day in one way or another, whether you want to look at it like that or not. If you punching the clock every day and every morning, they using you. And the minute you stop performing, they getting rid of you. And you might take it personal. You might take it personal, but it's just business. But you have to get used to doing business versus trying to build friendships and relationships outside of business. You move to the next level when you know what business means. You become who you really are when you learn how to do business. Get used to doing business. And the first time you do that, your situation will change. But as long as you stay in that oppressed mindset, you're going to be forever blaming somebody for your downfall. And you're going to be forever looking at successful people and still trying to wonder why you ain't got there. Because you don't know how to conduct business. You look at everything from a personal standpoint. This shit is not personal. Ties are meant to be cut. And that's why I say, everything in life will be like this here. Is people come in your life for a season and a reason. And when that season is over with, it's up to you to decide whether they're going to stay or whether they're going to go. It's up to you. But the shit ain't personal, man. You have to learn how to use your mind. And like they say, a mind is a terrible thing to waste, man. Mine's a terrible thing to waste. And I'm guilty of that. We all guilty of that. If we don't know what direction we headed in, you got to figure that out, man. Figure out what direction you headed in. And that's when your life gonna change. But as long as you got an idle mind, you're gonna think about everything else but how to get out of your situation. Yeah. That's why so many people go back to prison, because it's too much idle time on your hand. So the first thing you do is revert back what you used to do and looking for a new outcome. Ain't no new outcome. They gonna bang that gaffle on you. And once they bang that gaffle on you, you're gonna be back in that commissary line trying to ask somebody to send you some money. And then you're gonna get mad at your people because they don't come across. But in actuality, you did it to yourself. So come on board, man. Come on board. Time out for the watered down shit, man. It's over with. Just like they tell you in church, don't put out what you can do today for tomorrow. But you got to come to this channel with a clear understanding, man, because if not, guess what? You're going to feel like somebody assaulting your character. That ain't what that is, man. But we all know the truth hurt. Everybody ain't coming. But I tell you what, if you alone and you hunt alone, you coming. You coming. And that's for real. It's like this here. Jewels. Jewels get dropped all the time. I'm not giving you no fucking jewels to put around your neck, because everybody wants a pretty shiny necklace. And when the day is over, what you do, you take the necklace off and put it on the next day, just so you can be seen. You rather be heard or you rather be seen? I don't know. It's up to you. It's your choice, right? But I will say this, man. If you want to move forward in life, you better make your mind out what you're going to do. Because if you pass a certain age, you run out of time. And time is of essence, man. Your number going to get called, and you're going to be on this earth, and you ain't going to be accomplished shit. Your legacy going to be the same thing it was when you first got here. Nothing. You know, as a child, you think as a child. But some grown men still think as a child. They haven't progressed in everyday life. That's why they stagnated. And they looking for somebody to come back and save them. Some of us go to church to look for Jesus. And you know damn well the car note is due, but you rather do something else with the money. And you go to church and pray and ask Jesus to change your situation. Ain't gonna happen. It ain't gonna happen. Accountability is what count, man. Hold yourself accountable for whatever you do, man, whether it's right or whether it's wrong. You know whether you did some right shit or some wrong shit. All you can do is try to be a better person than you were the day before, man. And that's real spirit. Like I always say, it's 110 with me. It's 110. And the 10% is for those that's really, really, really trying and can't get over the hump. But remember, Rome wasn't built overnight. It wasn't built overnight. It was built brick by brick, man. So that's where you got to build your life. And not only that, it has to come from the inside. You got to go from the ground up with it. You got that old saying, it's tore up from the floor up. Sometimes that's how you got to do your life. You got to tear it up in order to rebuild it. And get rid of the people that don't add value to your life. They the one holding you down, but you trying to hold somebody else accountability for your fuck up. Nah, it don't work like that. Hold yourself accountable for what you did in your life, and you can fix it, right? Like I say, I'm up on the TB12 rule. As long as it's time on the clock, I always feel like I can win. It's never over. So what I'm telling you, if you going through a rough time right now, pick yourself up, man. Get it together. Because you're at a certain age, time is running out. That clock is ticking. That clock is ticking. And I come all the way back around to this. Don't leave that burden on the people, man. They got to build a GoFundMe for you. And that's real. And that's real. So like I say, man, Sunday, Memorial Day, For all the men and women that sacrifice and put it on the line, just so I can do this, I salute you, man. I salute you. You're a different type of soldier, man. You're a real different type of soldier, man. So, with that being said, man, I give shout-outs, man, to whoever deserve them. Whoever deserve them. And y'all know who y'all are. So, don't think that, oh, he ain't said nothing about me on the channel because of he don't like me or he got something against me. Look, there's no ill will towards anybody that's in the streets, man. I give respect for those that earn respect. I think that's the problem with nowadays. You'll meet somebody and you just automatically give them respect. But that don't happen with me. That don't happen with me. I hang around people that add value to my life. If you add value to my life, then we got something going on. But if you don't, then we ain't got nothing going on, man. All we are is associates. And I see them every day in the street. I speak and keep going. It's two different things. But you only gonna get that if you understand where I'm coming from. Shout out to Real, man. Shout out to you, man, for doing that, man. You the reason why I'm able to do this on this live, man. And I recognize Real. But at the end of the day, guess what? We all in a war every day, man. It's a struggle getting up in the morning, man. Everybody's life is on the line. In other words, what I'm saying, life exists on a chance. It all depends on what chance you take. But we all do know this. We all know this. Good trouble is not bad trouble. Remember that. As long as you're going some good trouble. In other words, what I'm saying, if you try and invest in something, you might lose. You might lose, but you'll never know. You're going to always be the champion if you don't never get in the ring. Real spill. Quit spending that money where it don't need to be spent. Because if you spend that money where it don't need to be spent, you're going to find yourself at the church house trying to pray for a miracle. They don't cut the lights off. Or my child care is paid. That's not being accountable. That's not being accountable. Grown women, grown men, that's what you should act like at all times. But we don't do that. We make mistakes and depend on other people to fix them. Like I tell you all the time, when you pray, you praying to Jesus, which I don't have a problem with that. Your faith is your faith. But I tell you this, when he do decide to come back, everybody ain't going with him. It's only going to be a chosen few. So ask yourself, is you in that chosen few? If you're not, it's hell on earth for you, right here. So whatever you're going through in your everyday life, I don't know what it is. I don't even know who I'm talking to. It's 22 people on, man. And if that's you, you got to fix that. Can't nobody fix it for you, man. You got to fix it. It's like an iPhone. When you lay down at night, you got to hit the reset button. And just know, ain't nobody going to fix it for you, man. Nobody going to fix it for you. You got to fix your own life, man. Got to fix your own life. It took me a long time to fix my life and realize, guess what? The first person you got to be real with is yourself. Because you can fool some of the people some of the time, not all the time. And people can understand one thing. They know the difference between real and fake. Which one are you? I can't answer that for you. I don't know. But we know one thing. The opposite of real is fake. So you do the math. In other words, if you ain't taking care of the business in that aspect of your life, you faking. So you got to stand on business, man. And remember, everybody ain't gonna like you. Everybody ain't gonna agree with you. Everybody ain't gonna agree with you. But don't hang around people where you the smartest one in the room. Because if you do that, you're in trouble. In other words, don't hang around a bunch of yes men and yes women. But the first time you get outside of that, then you'll see yourself grow. You know, We all imperfect, man. We still got some improvement to do. And when you leave this earth, you ain't gonna be perfect. But I do know this. Wherever you get laid down at, that pastor, that preacher, he gonna say the same thing for you as he say for the next person. Why? Because that's what people want to hear. In other words, he gonna tell that same lie for you that he told for that last person the week before he buried you. So always know that, man. Always know that. So don't lay down in that casket or get cremated knowing that you didn't leave nothing behind for them people to take care of you. And if you at a certain age, your time running out. That's a news flash. Yeah, it's a news flash. But I know y'all don't like to talk about that because y'all think y'all gonna live forever. Yeah, you think you're gonna live forever. But it's a news flash. Time is running out. Don't know what you're gonna do or how you're gonna get there. But don't be the one leave all that shit behind. And people gotta clean it up for you because you partied and did all that other shit your whole life. And that's real spill. So, like I said, man, I ain't gonna stand up too long. I just want to tap in, man. And we will have a day room discussion later on this week, man. Anybody that want to come on, y'all know the link will be in the chat, man. But this was meant for the men and women that fought for this country, man. It was a special shout out to them because they made it able for us to be able to do this, man. And even though I was where I was at that particular time, and now I'm free, I still acknowledge those that put the work in. They put real work in, sacrifice their life so you can live. So if you ain't doing nothing with your life, you disrespecting those people that put that uniform on. And that's coming from me, a man that didn't do nothing but get in trouble his whole life. So I know if I can give respect to them, you can do the same thing, man. Do that. Make something out of yourself. Real spill is 110 all the way across the board, man. And like I say, peace and blessing, man. And once again, as you can see, I'm sitting alone, man. It's no team. It's only me against me. Try it sometime. You might like it. Get yourself together. Face that man in the mirror. Tomorrow is Tuesday. Some of us got to be somewhere. Some of us don't. That means we still stuck in the mud if we ain't walking out the door every morning and trying to make something happen and standing on business. You stuck in the mud. So get you a shovel and dig yourself out because it's people that depending on you. Or you depending on people. But if you ain't got no people that's of value in your life, that's a shame. Especially if you of age. I can understand the kid. A kid gonna have a kid mind, but he gonna think he grown until the grown man business get there, and then he gonna call for mama. Don't be in that boat. Grown men do grown man shit. Grown women do grown women shit. Get on that level. And people ain't gonna like that. And you gonna lose some friends along the way when you go to taking care of the business. Because as long as they losing, they gonna want you to lose too. And that's real spill. Like I said, you can't put these jewels around your neck. You gotta put these in your mind. And try to be a better person than you was the day before yesterday. With that being said, salute.